Where we dive into dreams and beat the odds. Scholarships and study abroad, I'll guide you through it all, my faithful squad. From the books to the flights, new.
Hey, hello and welcome to BJ Vlogs. Thank you for always being a part of us, and thank you for always being a part of this wonderful project that we are doing. Yeah, I want to make some vlogs. Hello. Yes, and so today I am on the topest mountain. Popular here. All right. And so I'm on the topest mountain here, and my shirt is something else to talk about. And you see, you can see the wind vane from afar. That is the wind vane. Is it a wind vane? Or I don't know, maybe I've forgotten the name. Is that see where the village is, but then they've been able to manage to build some of these things here, and there are a lot of waterfalls in here. Yeah, so this is ABJ Vlogs in a Chinese village, a typical Chinese village, a remote area for that matter. And you see, there are waterfalls. Yes, and you can see the waterfall right from here. There is this waterfall right from here. And so this shows you that this is a typical village. But see, the interesting thing is I see how they have managed to get the water to flow right on through here. And so I decided to take a walk around the village and see how it actually is. It's a very mountainous area, and I always say that I don't know what Chinese people want to do. I don't know how they want to develop their country, but it's so beautiful, it's so interesting, such that even in this mountainous area, the kind of road that I would have seen, I was in a car, so when I got there, I decided to go back and check the road. But this actually is a power station. Could you believe? It's a power station, and in this place they are using a renewable energy plant. And so I showed you the wind vane. I don't know whether I'm getting the name right, but for the purpose of this, let me just use the wind vane. Okay, so I showed you the wind vane, and with this, it supplies power through the station to other houses around. You can barely count like 20 houses around this mountainous area, but it's serious. And the interesting place about this whole place that we visited or we slept is that it's just a border town to Hunan. So we are in Hubei, but in Hunan. So just watch this video to the end. You realize that we will just get to the border where I think it happens in Europe. There are some places that the moment you cross the line, you are in Hubei. You cross the line back, you are in Hunan and all of that. So it's going to be interesting. So I just decided to let me go around and see what actually it is in this village. I don't know the kind of houses that I saw. Like, are these people part of China? Because it's like you could barely count 10 to 20 houses, and it's on the mountain, but there is full electricity, full internet working, everything there is just perfect. And that should tell you how Chinese government is interested in building or developing the communities. And one interesting thing that I found in this village is that because it's on a mountainous area, you realize that there are a lot of waterfalls around. So I just decided to walk back from where we came from. But you just check the quality of the road. I don't think I can find any of this in my country. If you're from Ghana watching this video, don't just come and say anything bad in the comment section. I'm just telling you the truth, because if you look at where this particular village is, the kind of mountain it is, and the kind of road that is there, then I think we are joking as a country, but it's all good. So you just follow the video, and you would understand why I'm saying this, because you can clearly see from the video that it is a whole mountainous area. And if Chinese government have built this kind of or constructed this kind of road there, then it's supposed to mean that they really mean business. I don't think they want to leave any part of China untouched, and so that is the beauty of it. But I decided still to go around, and this should be like the 5th house that I've counted, yet I still could not see anybody. I don't know whether they are predominantly farmers, because I didn't find anybody to talk to, so I don't know. But predominantly I still cannot find anybody here. Trying my best to at least find somebody here just to communicate with. But it is just unfortunate that I'm not finding anybody. I think these people are very innovative. Look at that blue basin over there. Is it basin or barrel? Yes, because there is water gushing out of the rock or whatever hill here. They have connected a normal tube, and so they're able to tap directly from it. Wherever you look at it from, you realize that hey, water is coming out from everywhere, and that is the beauty of nature. And I was actually so happy. And until I saw this car, I thought they were going to stop because they had not seen a black person before, but unfortunately they did not stop. So I was like, okay, then that would mean that I should go forward. Maybe I'll see one or two staff there, and I had to still walk ahead, but still nothing to show. Still the place was quiet, still nobody there. And I'm like, why would people decide just to come and stay at this place? Well, I cannot tell, I cannot put reasons to, but whichever way, you can see that it's a village, but it's actually not a village. Look at the kind of structure here. And so I think I saw fowl like hen, whatever, but these are homegrown ones, and I was so happy. Charlie, I see this in my country, and in China I'm staying in the city, so it's very difficult to see them. You should also tell me what you have been experiencing, which country you are from, and what is the village life there like. If you are in Europe, tell me, have you visited a place like this? If you are in America, tell me. So I told you, everywhere that you look at, water is coming out of a place because it's a hilly area, no, mountainous area, and the water is very cold, very, very cold. I saw this particular building and I'm surprised who is here, but I realized the person might be old because the person has this small backyard farming, and I was still amazed. And one predominant thing I saw here was the place was full of bamboo. So I don't know whether it's intentionally grown. Actually, I was looking for somebody to talk to, but I don't know. I was like, hey, if I get somebody, how am I going to speak this Chinese? Maybe I would have just used a translator. But so if you look at the typical forest here, everything in here is bamboo, and I think that is predominant what is being grown here. I'm not sure it's intentional, it's nature. Yes. And until I looked forward and I saw this particular building, I said, okay, let me go straight ahead and see. But the place is very nice, very clean, very neat, and full of, like, there is electricity actually. Like everything there is perfect. Just that when you're staying here, you don't feel part of like town, like. But if you want a serene place to stay, then such a place is very good for you. And so that I'm not surprised there is a guest house, sort of like a hotel, sort of, where people are able to come here and then rest. And that was where we were going to have our we were going to pass the night, and I was actually happy. But I came here, but the truth is that when I was going far from the hotel or the guest house, I was very afraid. I'm like, hey, I did not tell anybody I was coming around. What if Chinese people, somebody meets me and it's like, hey, what are you doing here? Then how was I going to cope? But I was actually afraid. So at this point I said, no, I don't think I'll see somebody. But I saw this thing, and these are feces of goats or sheep or something, and I felt that which people are living here? Do they have goats, or I don't know? So I tried to look around. Still I didn't see anyone there. I said, okay, let me just return back to the hotel. And so I just had to go and catch a rest. The moment I returned, I was told that we were going closer to the wind vane. I have to check the name, but we got closer and like, what? The thing is so huge, so big. I'm like, what? So this is what I've been seeing from afar. We actually got closer to it, and there are about 6 different turbines just around the place, and oh my god, that is what is producing electricity. And this is what we all want. This is renewable energy, and this is all we are all preaching for. So there'll be pollution free and all of that. So we got closer, and then it was so beautiful, amazing. It was very, very huge, and you could see we walked for about 15 minutes before. No, I think it should be even more than 15 minutes before we reached this place. And the interesting part of the whole trip here is that this place is just the border of Hubei and Hunan. Yeah, Hubei and Hunan. and these are some other relics that talks about some historical events. But this arc over here is actually where the border is. And so the moment we are currently in Hubei, and where that is where Wuhan is. And the moment you just get to where the woman in black is, you are still in Hubei. The moment you cross over, there is just a thin line, an imaginary line, just in between the arc. So the moment you step on the other side, you're already in Hunan. So currently, I was just in Hubei, telling or recording this video, and just in the moment, I decided, okay, let me go to Hunan. At least I've gone to Hunan province. Let me see. So I just had to take a step. So currently I'm in Hubei. Now I'm going to Hunan. Yes, so I'm already in Hunan. So from this point I'm in Hunan. Yeah, then that is the beauty of the whole thing. So if I decide to come back to Hubei, then let me just go back to Hubei and go back to Wuhan. So I just cross over, and currently I'm back to Hubei, and it was very, very interesting. I think there is some in Europe and then other countries, wherever you are watching me from. If there is such a phenomenal activity or phenomenal landmark there, you can just comment in the comment section. So I just came up, and from my site I'm still in Hunan province, yeah, and these are mountainous area. And so the moment I turn back, I'm just back to Hubei. So at least, if nothing at all, I've seen a bit of Hunan province. Then just in my shot, I saw this fowl just close. I said, let me get closer to them, but they said, hey, don't come. You know you like us, but don't come. Yes, but I saw them in their numbers. I said, let me get closer to them. And this is the beauty of village life, because when you are in Wuhan, you are not going to see this. Yeah, so I said, let me just get closer. So still, I was just staring at the beauty of Hunan province. Actually, it's a very beautiful city that I have to go and explore. Let's just hope that ABJ vlogs becomes very big, and then I'll be able to show you, travel around. Sure, I wanted to do a lot of things, but currently I'm financially constrained, and I know once our YouTube channel gets monetized someday to come, be able to raise a lot of finances, go around China for you to see the beautiful things. There are a lot of beautiful places that I would want to show you. So at this point, we're talking about a cultural relic and a historical event. They said that there is a monument and there we should go and then check, and I could walk over 1,500 climb. Should I say climb? 1,500 staircase. Oh my god. Maybe it might even be more. I think I lost count at a point. Then finally I got to this point, the summit. Oh my god, it was very windy, very, very windy. At this point I wanted to record something and explain something to my viewers, to you especially, but it was so windy, and so I could not record that. But all that I wanted to say is that I've come to the most beautiful point in my life. Yeah, this place is very beautiful. Looking at the turbines right behind me, it was very, very beautiful. But at the same time, I was very scary. If you are looking at the video very well, I was very scared because it was so windy, and where I was, it's just the summit, and the least mistake, to my size, it's the valley, so I was very scared. Although I had done the Mount Apajato in Ghana, but hey, that's why I was so scary. I was like, hey, I have not called my mother, I have not called my father, but all the same, it was an interesting sight to behold. But the nature of the greens, and then the sun, and then it's very spectacular. And I think if you are living in such a place, you're going to live for long, because when everything is natural, everything is fresh, and then you are able to see a lot of things. So we left the place and we came to this part of the village, and we were told that there is a waterfall here, and just around the waterfall area too, there is another historical monument that we needed to actually see. But I was actually not interested in the historical events. I wanted to see the waterfall. So in your shot, I could just see the waterfall from afar, and I was like, yeah, that's what I want to see. And so we stood there, took some few pictures, took some nice shots, and actually wanted to zoom this, but I was afraid that when I do that, I will not get the best of shots or quality for my viewers. So I just needed to take my time. And at this point, we're getting closer to the waterfall, but just then we're told that, hey, you guys cannot get closer. But when you look at the water, oh my god, you can see that it is as clear as anything. Very clear, well kept, and Unlike a place that I know in my country where they use these things for galamsey. But this is very clear. It should tell you how the Chinese people have this at heart. And so it is very, very, very nice. We came to another part of the community, and all that I'm so much interested in. Look at a village in the mountainous area and tell me the kind of road network that they have. All these are cultural relics, and they were telling us about historical events, but actually that was not my focus. I'm so much animal, or yes, about the village setting and all of that. But this is the village from another shot. This is where I actually was, and look at the place. And so if they have developed this place, then I should tell you that Chinese government is really working, and so should our government in various places work. I love you guys so much. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, share for others to enjoy what we do. Now at this point, we're just getting ready to come back to Wuhan. I was so sad, but hey, I have nothing to do. I just had to follow and then come back to Wuhan. Until then, I'll see you in the next one. Please share, subscribe, and I love you.